It's another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby slide through in that drop top. Something about Benz looking cute. That's honest. Her and her friends, big blinks and snatch waist. Yeah, she brought the. Ain't no way somebody daddy ain't gon'.
It's week 17 of the National Football League, and we'll be watching Terry McLaurin. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Commanders and the Browns, next on Madden Football.
The weatherman got it right this time. Snow was forecasted, and it fell and still falling at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Cleveland Browns and the Washington Commanders. What we can see of the ball appears to be teed up and ready to go. And we are underway from FedEx Field. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by Deshaun Watson. Of course, he won a national title at Clemson and already has 3 Pro Bowls under his belt in the National Football League.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 16 carries, 78 yards, and a touchdown.
And they've already clinched a playoff berth, so I'm eager to see how they approach this game because some teams' philosophy is to go ahead and get guys out. Other teams' philosophy, continue to do what you're doing best. I expect them to go ahead and use their top guys all the way through this one.
The gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Now it's Watson. Right back to Bell, and it's caught once again. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So opening drive 3rd down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now this defense for the Commanders, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Jordan Davis in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
And every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And some space here. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. You and I have talked about it before, but what about the year this guy's had on the ground? You come in as a rookie and in the discussion as MVP.
And people have always told me, running back, one of the easiest positions to break in, but not to this level. If you're talking MVP, that means he's had a sensational season.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man of the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw complete to Dotson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense. And now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
They go play action now. Lawrence. Thomas brings it in. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 12-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8.
Now Lawrence. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Eric Ezukama, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Commanders go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Fields it right around the goal line.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense.
And this game, CD, some are calling it the game of the year. Others are saying, hey, this is the Super Bowl preview. And as we speak, these are the top seeds in each conference. How do you think these 2 teams approach this one internally?
And I think that we both subscribe to the theory that it is the game of the year so far, and it could be a Super Bowl preview. I know outwardly both teams are going to tell us, hey, it's 1 of 16. We'll do what we do. Let's just go ahead and play our game. But I think we both know that internally they're saying we've got to establish we're the team to beat in case we see them again.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And that is incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
On 4th down on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taken from just outside the 30.
Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
As the Commanders make their way out on offense, let's take a peek at the playoff picture in the NFC.
Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. He'll get this one to Ezukama. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 14. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
And that That's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Again, it's Lawrence.
The quick slant caught.
And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Touchdown, Washington. Eric Ezukama.
His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Browns set to take over.
They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. They begin this drive with Chubb, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap for Watson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now to punt this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this 1st quarter as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 30. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Kenneth Walker headed back out there.
Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
Back to Walker on 1st down.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The numbers for Walker from last week's effort. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 22-yard line. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. 13-0 is the score after one on EA. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Lawrence. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. They run it again with Chubb. And he's got room. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On 1st down, Watson. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Trayvon Walker just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. After the sack on 1st down, Watson, he's got the connection to Cooper. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw, Watson. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Lawrence will throw. He finds Watson. It's caught. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and he'll get a couple here down to the 22. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Here's Watson. This to the sideline and incomplete. Nearly intercepted, in fact, but he couldn't hang on. 4th down. York able to send this one through, and they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. On play action, Lawrence rolling to his left. That one complete downfield to Thomas. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Lawrence. Pass complete as a combo with it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one of my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You had to go to the tuck roll, didn't you? Yeah, I think that's one people remember. I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game. In New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. Looking middle, and that's complete. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And again, it's Chubb. Pushes him over. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6.
Flushed out right. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Well, he and his offense was staring down what was likely a 3 and out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half.
He's very relentless along with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The sack by the linebacker, Jamin Davis.
They're in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decide to make it a priority, and it's working out.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Now it's Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jalen Darden, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns have got it back to within a score. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Well, we're probably not the first, but all of us at EA Sports certainly want to wish you and yours a happy and prosperous new year and
as a celebration of that, a big slate of NFL games on this Sunday, Week 17. Second to last weekend in the NFL docket. Later tonight, the battle for Los Angeles, Rams and Chargers, 5:15 Pacific at SoFi. And then on Monday night, Charles and I are on to Cincinnati. Bills and Bengals, two cold weather teams in what will be a frigid Paul Brown Stadium.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, normally you see three tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or two toward.
Now the ball comes loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Following the fumble recovery, Watson. His throw incomplete.
And he is such a tough quarterback to defend because you got to remember, arguably, he's more dangerous outside the pocket than he is in it. But how about the job they did defensively to stay with the receiver and knock the ball away? I think they had a sigh of relief there because oftentimes when he gets outside the pocket, big plays result downfield.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. They set up the screen to Chubb. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Washington going to go on offense one last time in this first half. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. On first down, Lawrence. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. John Johnson with the INT. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. After the interception, here's Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Watson flush to his right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Takes it at the 7. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see. And that to the 30. It'll be second down. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Trevor Lawrence, helmet on, ready to go as he brings out this offense.
And, Charles, I mean, look, you don't bench a starter of his caliber, but 4 first-half interceptions. How do you handle it from here?
Well, the easy thing is right away you try and run the football, take some pressure off of him, but you know the defense understands that as well. And the second thing is give him throws that are safer, throws that he's confident in, the ones that he likes to make, and that way you try and get his confidence back up.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
Room here to run. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
And Walker once more.
And down to the 36-yard line here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence.
And he fires one incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On 2nd and 10, Lawrence. He'll get this one to Ezekama. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Now Lawrence. Ezekama, he's got it on the slant.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 16. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Kenneth Walker.
Touchdown number 22 on the season.
And the Commanders have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half.
Point after, right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the 2nd half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Now Watson. He'll find Bryant, his tight end. It's complete.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Jordan Davis picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
The Browns send out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Pulled in at the 24. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Looking to throw on 2nd down.
Lawrence.
And oh, he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning it in a big way. Sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Watson.
And that'll be caught by Darden. And he's going to get this down near the 25. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1.
Open man here is Benson.
Touchdown!
Trinity Benson.
25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Browns have taken the lead here this 3rd quarter. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
From the 6. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Kenneth Walker headed back out there.
He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone. And now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here's Lawrence. Coming across the field, he finds Dotson.
And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Lawrence will throw.
Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Quick slant, Dotson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd and 1 from the 2. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Ken Walker. That's rushing touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Commanders have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Watson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Forced out to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. This is fielded at the 27. 35 yards that time on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. He's had a good third quarter. He likes whatever adjustments were made at halftime, whether those were team adjustments or just him talking to himself.
And whatever that conversation was, it was pretty good because he is running really well here in the third quarter. But I like to think it is a team adjustment. Offensive line, those big escorts of his, they figured out how to block a little bit better, and he's found those holes to run through.
He has indeed. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So back now at FedEx Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They go play action now. Lawrence. He finds Watson complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one...
Touchdown, Washington! Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw, Watson. There's another catch by the running back, Nick Chubb. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That's good. First down, an 11-yard pickup. Watson now to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. From the 44, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the 1st down before taking the hit.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. 20, 10, and he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. And that pick 6, that was the first turnover forced by the defense in this ballgame, CD.
And what's even better is when they finally forced one, they kept the effort up, were able to return it for a score. They could hear their defensive coaches saying to them, hey, getting the interception's great. Can you do more with it? Turn it into a big play. And they did exactly that.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Cleveland offense making their way out. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Fresh off the pick 6, it's Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he will lose yardage on the play back at his own 19-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. A 2nd and 11 from the 19. Now it's Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Watson on 1st down. Quick throw, he's got Amari Cooper. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. 6 yards left on 2nd down. Again, it's Watson. Into the hands of Darden. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 22-yard line.
first and 10. Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Benson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Chubb, and he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Here's Watson. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Chase Young. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. This likely a must-have. Third and goal. Here's Watson. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5.
And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown.
So they go for it on 4th and goal, hoping to get 6, and it's 6 the other way.
If hindsight is 20/20, they would have gone in and kicked the field goal, but by being aggressive, it actually cost them. Give up 6 points going the other way.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
Fields it right around the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Browns set and ready to go on offense. And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10
at the 20. Throwing after the interception. Watson. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
Now Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
He completes this to Walker.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 2nd in a couple. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progression.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Holding offense.
Jedrick Wills, former first-round pick, guilty there.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. To throw is Watson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Steps away to his left. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Take it in at the 22. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Grant Delpit
In there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. After the interception, here's Watson.
He's going to drop this one down for Chubb.
Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Faking the give. Now Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson.
He'll get this one complete to Darden.
Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
One last throw here for Watson. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle.